Pretty good. Pretty good. How is you?
Nice. I'm
How's
good,
it?
man. I'm good. I actually been watching some of your videos the last few weeks. So
Mm.
I kind of enjoy the discussion, even if I'm Muslim, obviously, but I enjoy listening, hearing different viewpoints and all that stuff. So
Mm.
I'm grateful for the material you put out. I haven't seen any other material, but I'm grateful for that material. Hopefully, we all can increase in understanding and knowledge, and it'll be beneficial for everybody.
Of course, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Of course, man. Of course. But yeah, I actually just came home and I was like, dang, he's lying. Let me see what he's talking about. And I was listening a little bit. Then I wanted to initially I was just more curious about exactly what you guys were talking about. So if you can, could you bring that up again one more
Yeah,
time?
sure. Go ahead, Jai. Break down, you know, what it is that we doing here, man. What we on?
Yeah, man. So basically, what we're doing is we're covering this Muslim claim, the claim that Muslims make that
Mm-hmm.
there's only one Quran, there's no variant versions, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. The one that we have today is exactly as Muhammad said it, and there's no differences from then until now. And so we're breaking that down, going into the history, and then we're going into
Mm-hmm.
modern day, and we're showing actually you guys have sources that say something different. And even today, you can go to different parts of the Muslim world and you can find different versions of the Quran that read
Yeah.
things differently.
Yeah.
And it gives you
Okay.
different meanings, takes away words, adds words, all that. So
So can you give me examples of taking away meaning and adding and deleting words?
yeah, let's do that one right now. So I have it actually have it up because I was going to show it to the last guy, but I'll
Uh-huh.
show it to you.
Okay.
Um, so here it is. Actually, GodLogic has it too, but it's I can put up. I can put up if you want. It's chapter 57, 24.
Mhm.
Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see both of them. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this last part here is what we're focusing on. So فإن الله هو الغني الحميد. And then this one فإن الله الغني الحميد without the
Mm-hmm.
huwa. So this is an
All right.
example between two
Okay.
different readings where you have a word that's completely missing.
Okay. So, okay, my thing is, from what I understand, like I would like to, let me say this correctly. I would like to first start off by mentioning some of the things that the previous brothers mentioned about how these topics are definitely, I think, for me at least, far above my pay grade and my ability to say definitively what these things mean as far as pure knowledge is concerned.
Then why'd you
So
come,
in
man?
these
Then
for in
why'd you
these
come?
situations, I'm more forced, and I think you as well should be more forced to
Okay.
use logic because we like I said, I only know so much.
Logic.
You only know so much. So logic is probably the most important thing. And for me, how I understand these verses
Uh-huh.
are the Quran itself and how it's transmitted is there are different qira'at as far as how words were pronounced because of the
No, this
different.
isn't a pronunciation though. This is
Can I
a
can I
word is
finish?
missing.
Can I finish? I'm not done.
I just correct
I'm
things
not
as you
done.
make the
Please,
errors.
please.
Yeah, but
I
once
know,
you make an error, you continue on the error. It's
but
like
this is not
why
error.
continue on error?
This is not error.
You said pronunciation.
You're insinuating that I'm not adding on to what I said
Okay,
by saying
continue.
I just okay, thank you. What I'm saying is that there are 7 different recitations for each I guess you could say tribe of people for better understanding, from my understanding. So
That's
it
wrong.
wouldn't be
Go ahead.
it wouldn't be false to say, and this is definitely true. There are different qira'at for different regions of Arabs for them to better assimilate into the Quran. Let me continue, please.
Well,
So
because it's wrong. It's
let me
wrong. Let me just bring up a scholar now because you made it. You made a statement
let me
now.
finish.
Yeah,
Let me
man,
finish.
this is not a khutbah, man. Like this is so
I am
boring.
you.
Let's
I
just
came
do
in to
point. Let's
talk,
go
and
point
you
by
guys
point.
are just interrupting. And when I
Yeah,
finish, you can talk. That's all I'm
Yeah,
asking.
Kadeem,
but we're not in a
Kadeem,
khutbah.
all he's trying to do is just let you know that it's pointless
You
to
can do that
expound
after I
on
finish. I'm literally
Kadeem.
saying a few more words,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm done.
Kadeem, but you have to understand this in order to continue the fullness of the conversation. I'm pretty sure you're going to be here for about 30, 45 minutes. So what I'm
Also,
saying
yeah,
is, yeah, I mean, because you seem decent. So what Jai
yeah,
is literally just trying to tell you is that it's pointless to expound on an incorrect position. You're continuously trying to do that. He's trying to tell you your position is incorrect. So if he allows you to
Okay.
expound on it, it's going to be a waste of time.
So in which way is it incorrect?
Okay, so like at first you know talked about how like you know the recitations and it's just for people understanding it's just pronunciation and stuff like that.
That's not what I said. I said pronunciation, but you assumed the latter. By after I said pronunciation, you assume I'm not insinuating that perhaps different words were not used. I said pronunciation, you assume afterwards.
So do you acknowledge that there are different words?
I'm trying to finish my statement. You guys are.
That's
you
just
know what I'm saying?
a straight
I'm
question.
trying to say what I acknowledge and what I don't acknowledge by what I'm saying, and you guys are interrupting me.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Let's let him land.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
let's let him land.
All I'm getting at you, if you think I said something wrong, note it and tell me, please. From all I'm getting at is this: based on this understanding that there are multiple recitations of the Quran, using my logic, it does not invalidate any other recitation of the Quran by virtue that the Prophet, peace be upon him, could have recited both. In both situations, these things could have passed and been transmitted through time. And it doesn't take away from the one that says innaka, nor does it take from the one that says innaka. By the way, they're both the same word but different grammatical use, which
They're not.
applies
They're not
differently.
the
They're
same
not the
word.
same one.
Innaka is the same word.
No,
No,
they're
it's
not the
not.
same word.
Look. And in is what dictates how the word is understood.
He's trying to tell us.
It's not.
Innaka
You're
is the
telling. Are you
same word.
Arab? Are you telling Arabs what it is?
No,
I'm Arab and it's not.
This
So
is what
I'm
I'm
Arab
saying.
and it's not.
I'm saying innaka is used in both verses.
Okay,
Is
No,
it
it's
not?
not.
why don't we settle this?
Innaka isn't used in both
Okay,
verses.
hold on.
It's
Why
two
don't
Bring
different
it back.
words.
Look,
It's two different
Innaka
words.
is used in both verses.
okay,
Yeah,
why,
but
Go
it's
back to the verse and show
okay,
me that.
why don't we go to a Tabari and we'll see
No.
what he says.
You just said
Yeah.
that
We're gonna go to a
innaka
Tabari.
is not used in both.
Okay, look, we're gonna go to a Tabari and we're gonna see what he says. We're gonna see, does he
Okay.
agree with you? Does he agree that Muhammad said it both ways? That's what we're gonna do. So unfortunately,
he doesn't.
it's only in Arabic, but we'll translate
That's
it for
the pay
you.
grade you've mentioned.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
take it.
TLC is crazy.
So let's do this.
Okay, shall we read? Shall we read? I mean, I'm gonna read and translate. So,
Okay, we'll
we know,
read it
we know,
and translate.
because we know it's pay
Dang.
grade. So, okay. وقد اختلف القراءة في قراءة قوله.
Yeah.
So that's basically saying اختلف means differed.
Yeah.
Okay, the قراءة.
The readers differed in this reading.
Okay, so this one, can you highlight?
Okay.
إنك means do you? So it's a question.
Yeah.
إنك, can you see this? Like, I don't know if you can see the yellow.
Can you see it, Kadeem?
Yeah,
It's like one extra letter. So an extra letter added to a word actually changes the word, my friend.
Okay.
But that's what I'm getting at. Though.
Okay, hold on. Wait,
Okay.
let's continue translating it. Okay.
فقرأ ذلك عامة قراءة الأمصار أئنك على الاستفهام.
So,
which means that most of them read it أئنك, meaning as a question.
As a question. This is
Are
the
you?
or the interrogative. Yeah.
Okay, as a question. أئنك. So if I say to you, are you Yusuf, is different to if I say to you, you are Yusuf.
Now,
I thought you were going to prove to me that the Prophet Muhammad didn't.
We're trying.
We're getting there. Just like you said. You took a lot of time. We gave you the time. Just let us finish with this.
Yeah, I apologize, please.
Okay, that's okay.
So it says here في قراءة أبي بن كعب عند قراءة أبي بن كعب.
This one we don't really need this one because we're not dealing with
this is actually a third one.
A third reading.
أنت يوسف.
Yeah, this is a third reading. But we'll skip that one because this is the main one.
Okay, so it says here وروي عن ابن محيصن أنه قرأ إنك لأنت يوسف.
So إنك.
Okay, على الخبر meaning it's confirmation.
Yes.
Meaning you are Yusuf.
And it says not as a question.
لا على الاستفهام.
Okay.
So one is a question and another one is confirmation.
Okay. Now Let's see what At-Tabari concludes. Does he conclude Muhammad said it both ways? Does he say Muhammad said it like this and Muhammad said it like that?
No, he doesn't.
What does he say?
قال أبو جعفر is At-Tabari.
Yeah.
He says والصواب من القراءة في ذلك عندنا, and the correct قراءة,
the correct reading
for us is قراءة من قرأه بالاستفهام, meaning
the question.
The قراءة of the question.
Okay, so nowhere in that statement did it defame.
Yes, it did, because it said the correct one. No, it did, because it said the correct one.
He said the correct, what you just said, the correct one for us is the question.
So are you saying that Muhammad...
No.
Are you saying, wait.
Okay,
brother,
please go.
Are you saying that the other way? You said Muhammad said it another way. So are you saying that the other way is wrong?
That's not,
because you said correct.
That's not what I'm saying.
Correct.
That's not what I'm saying.
If you say one is correct, that means the other one is wrong.
I'm using logic. No, that does not mean that.
Oh,
I'm
really?
saying that the Prophet Muhammad transmitted the Quran, and it's possible that both ways he transmitted it.
Why didn't At-Tabari say that? Why didn't At-Tabari say that?
Why did you say correct? Why is it correct?
I'm just a layman.
He says that the majority.
That's
this
fine.
is the proof upon us because that's what the majority read it.
But that doesn't take away from either. That's what I'm trying to get.
What you're trying to say, hold on, wait,
what you're trying to say is that both
wait,
cannot be possible, and there's a contradiction, but there's not. Not in the meeting.
Wait.
Okay, go
ahead. Just for the sake of the people listening, so that maybe they can't hear because we're talking over each other. Just to be clear, At-Tabari gives an argument for why this is the correct reading, because he says that this is the consensus. This is the consensus. The majority of readers. Hold on, wait. He says that the majority of readers read it this way. Therefore, this is the correct reading. He doesn't say I have. He doesn't say
take away from the other. That's what I'm getting at. You're trying to say that it takes away from the other. Muhammad. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Look,
if it did, he would say the other way is wrong.
Yeah, he doesn't say equal.
He would say the other way is wrong.
He says the correct way.
No.
The correct way.
No.
All right, so let's hold on, guys. Everybody pause there. Everybody pause. Everybody pause. So let's get understanding here. So
just so
to
everyone
be clear, Jai, he says that there is a correct way of reading.
Yes.
And he says that the correct way of reading is the one with the question.
The question, yes.
And he says that's because the majority reading.
He doesn't say I have a chain that goes back to Muhammad.
Exactly.
He doesn't say that. He says because that's the majority.
Wait, hold on, Kadeem, one at a time.
Let me finish, because you said you're saying stuff about how things are wrong. I must interject.
Kadeem,
okay,
I have to continue to do this, bro. I'm gonna have to remove you.
But
calm yourself, relax. Let's have a dialogue.
Okay.
So I want you to understand what's going on here. Okay.
So yeah, finish, please.
Yeah. So he gives. So what I'm saying is he doesn't say I have a chain that goes back to Muhammad, and I know for a fact that he said like this. He says no. This is how the majority read it. Dude, why do you keep interrupting?
Well, the question I'm asking is if someone says I'm a layman and this is above my pay grade.
No, this is logic that I'm using. I'm sorry. This is logic. This has nothing.
How are you gonna combat At-Tabari?
All right, so my turn, guys. My turn.
Okay, go ahead.
So he says that there's a correct way of reading.
No, he said there's a majority way.
No. Okay,
he says the correct way.
Stop.
No.
Hey, Jai, do me a favor.
Yep. Right
Can you read the part where it says correct?
Yeah, as-sawab.
Yeah,
the correct.
As-sawab means the correct.
Okay.
Did you not say the correct one for us?
Yes. In other words, including.
Khalas. The correct one for us.
Yes, his opinion, for the Muslims
who follow him.
No, for the Muslims.
No.
Yes.
Way for us. The majority of those.
Who is he talking? Who is he talking?
No, listen. What I'm saying is this:
the Hindus.
There is possibilities within Islam where there could be a majority opinion and a minority opinion. And he is saying the majority opinion is that this is the correct way. This is a common Islamic foundational understanding of
Here's my question, Kadeem. If there is a correct way of reading it, that means that the alternative is incorrect, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. It does not mean that. That's the point. That's the point. It does not mean that it's incorrect.
What happened to logic? I thought he was using logic.
I thought he was using logic, bub.
This is logic. This is logic. It's possible that two things could be correct.
Okay, hold on.
It's possible that two things could be correct.
He said, hold on. if
No,
if he
If I said,
highlights,
look.
excuse me, Kadeem.
If you knew
Kadeem,
me in the
excuse me,
past,
Kadeem.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He doesn't say both are correct. He
That doesn't
says
take away from
there
what I'm
is
saying.
a particular correct reading
That
for
majority
us,
of us,
and the reason
us.
why it's correct is because the majority agree to this.
This is
Exactly.
So
fine.
the one
That
that the
doesn't take away from the
minority are
minority.
reading, Kadeem,
I'll say,
the
go ahead.
one that the majority is reading, that's the incorrect reading.
No, that does not mean that.
So what does it
It does
mean
not.
to be the opposite of correct?
All right, look. This is what I'm gonna give you an example. Say I was in the past and you were trying to record me, or I'm gonna say it like that. Say we're trying to recover something in the past, and there was a group of 3 people that listened to me at individual times. And that one person I said, I have cocoa butter lotions. This is just random example. And another person at some point I said, I have a cocoa butter lotion. And another person I said, this cocoa butter lotion is mine. I'm just saying that because I have lotion in front of me, so it's kind of a weird example. But what I'm getting at is this. It is possible that all 3 is correct. And at the same time, it is possible that the majority of people heard me say, I have coconut lotion. It doesn't take away, look, it doesn't take away from me saying the other 2 things.
I got you, John. I got you.
So the other 3 are the same.
Let me speak with your example.
They're both correct.
Kadeem, I heard you. Kadeem, I heard you. Let me stick with your example. No, that's enough.
No, I need to clarify before you continue.
Yeah.
I'm using a very layman.
You're gonna mute up now. Now you're muted. So let's stick with your example, Kadeem. So with your example, Kadeem, you said 3 things. You said the same thing in 3 different ways. No problem. Now let me ask you this: is it the same thing if I said I have a cocoa butter lotion, or then I somebody else reports me saying, do I have a coconut butter lotion? Do I have a coconut butter lotion? Are those 2 the same thing, Kadeem? I have cocoa butter lotion, or versus do I have cocoa butter lotion? Is that the same thing, Kadeem? You can unmute now and talk. Please answer that directly.
Well, it depends on the context. Because if you read that ayah, listen, if you read that ayah.
So the Quran is not word for word, letter for letter. The Quran is cocoa butter lotion.
That's not even what I'm saying.
The Quran is cocoa butter lotion, everyone. It's not word for word, letter for letter. It's all cocoa butter lotion, man.
Why are you interrupting me?
I want to hear.
It's not word for word from Jibril. Jibril doesn't know.
Listen, this is not even what I said. You're putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, can you answer? Is it the same as me saying,
now listen,
I have cocoa butter lotion versus do I have cocoa butter lotion? Are those 2 statements the same?
What I'm saying is this, you're trying to connect this to that Quranic
Just
text.
answer. Are they the same?
No,
bro?
Listen. I have to. Because this is what we're talking about.
You know what?
Answer directly first. You have to answer directly first, man.
This is
then you can expound.
It's not sincere.
It depends on the context. So if
you can't answer the question, but Kadeem, you can't answer. Kadeem, let me just.
This is not a question.
Kadeem, I'm just trying to help you, man. I'm like a moderator here. Look, I'm just trying to help you. Yeah, you do because you're about to get kicked. You're about to get kicked out of here. I'm trying to help you. Okay, well, go ahead, man. Do your thing. Okay, go ahead. Ignore questions and get kicked. Go ahead.
I'm trying to answer the question. You're
not. You're trying to answer the question backwards. I got it, life. Is it the same statement or not, bro?
They're not the same statement.
Thank you. So
what's your point?
So which one? Good. So they're not the same. Here's the point now.
I already stated that these things are possible.
Watch this.
No. I already stated that this is possible.
If you come here and say, Kadeem, watch this and mute up. Watch this. If now you go on and say, because I'm talking to you and I'm talking to life. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to life. Right? Now, you say, Avery said that he said, and I quote, you're quoting me verbatim, I have coconut butter lotion. Life says, nah, there was a different saying, like Kadeem says that Avery said this, but the correct way for me is, do I have cocoa butter lotion? Life says one way is correct over yours. Does that mean that, according to what life is saying, that your statement that you're quoting from me is correct still, or is it wrong? based off what life says. You got to unmute.
Firstly, I just want to say I'm sorry if I'm getting like very passionate. Like, you know what I mean? It's a natural, distinct characteristic of myself where I kind of get into the discussion. So firstly, I would like to apologize. As a Muslim, that's all I'm saying. But to get to the question that you're asking, you're asking me if you were to say something, I kind of missed it, but I'm trying to reiterate.
Let me repeat it.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So right. So we got the two statements. You acknowledge that both were different, right? They're different statements. They're not the same. Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, if life says one of those statements is correct, is the correct one for him.
Yeah.
Does he hold the opinion that the other one is still correct or that the other statement is wrong?
He should. If he's being sincere, he should.
But if he says that one statement, when he's quoting what I said, and he heard that there's another rendering of what I said, and he says, no, it's this way. This is the correct way.
And notice he says the correct way. He doesn't say a correct way. He says the correct way. He says
al-sawab. And once you said us, this is different. So please.
The correct way. The correct way.
The correct way for us.
It's not like
he asked me a question. Now you're interjecting with extra stuff.
For us,
it has nothing to do with the question. Please. Please.
So hold on. One more thing before Qadim goes. So listen.
How can I go?
Pay attention.
I can't have so much information in my brain at once. I need one question at a time, please.
Look,
you're not being sincere, man.
Yeah, you gotta be honest.
How am I not being sincere? He asked me a question. I'm attempting to.
You're not being sincere, and it's clear, bro.
Everybody knows it's different.
All right,
how can Joseph's brothers both say at the same time in the same sense, "You are Joseph. We know it's Joseph," and then say, "Is that really Joseph?" How can they say the same thing? You can't have both. That's why you need to choose one.
And that's why he said al-sawab, the correct. He said al. You know al. Everybody knows al is equal to the in Arabic. He said al-sawab, the correct. Okay. There's no way out of it, man. Look, Qadim.
You can
just quit while you're ahead.
I'm not trying to go out of it.
There's no way out of it. Just say I'm a layman,
and I'm grateful.
Above my pay grade, I don't know.
And now I know to go to those who have knowledge.
Okay,
I'm not going to go to you.
You don't have knowledge.
I'm not going to go to you for these answers.
That's us.
That's us.
Yeah, exactly. You're in the right place.
I know, but I'm simply just interjecting the logic that I have.
There's no logic. Ain't no logic.
Come on now. You're being very rude in how you're approaching me.
Just hold on, Dr. Christ. Just deal with this, please, specifically.
I'm trying to.
How can both be true at the same time? It's not. Let me get it out.
Okay, sorry.
Are you Joseph, or versus he said or they said you are Joseph? How can they both be true at the same time? Please break that down.
Well, from my understanding, just the logic that I have, as I read the entire verse, the meaning equals the same thing to me. If you're trying to say something as in you came into an area and you said, "Hey, you're that guy," or "You're that guy," and then I said, "Yes, I am that guy." If it's like the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm listening to it.
You're completely not even dealing with what I asked you. I'll do it again.
I have. Listen, you're saying,
are you Joseph? Are you Joseph? Versus you are Joseph.
But this is what I'm getting at.
Are those the? How can they both be the same thing? Correct?
I'm giving an example of how I understand it.
I don't care about how you understand it. Deal with the text.
No, this is how I understand. I'm dealing with the text, but you're not allowing me to speak.
No, I am allowing you to speak when you're dealing with.
Let me speak. So say I met you somewhere out at a gas
station. We're doing this right here.
This is
how can they both be correct? Asking.
I'm about to give you because the context matters and how I'm saying it matters in this example. Say you're at a gas station and I said, "You're GodLogic," or I said, "Are you GodLogic?" And then I go and you went on to say, "I am GodLogic." Regardless of which, no. Regardless of which one I said, the premise of the ayah is the same. I came into a room. This is what happens in the story.
Did you ask or did you tell me?
This is what happens in the story. The brothers
did you
came
ask
into
or did you tell me? That's the question.
No,
did you ask or did you tell me?
Exactly the same. This is the logic that I'm using.
Yeah. Did you ask or did you tell me?
No. It doesn't matter. The premise is the same. I walked into a building. I see you.
Get out of here.
You see that, bro?